So, it's been 5 months since I made my video talking about the start of my vinyl collection. Have I got any new ones since then? Yeah, obviously. So, I figured that I've gotten to a point with my vinyl collection that I'll make a video, sort of a part two on it. And I'll keep doing this, every now and then. I won't have a strict schedule for it. But whenever I feel like I have, you know, gotten enough of an update to where I can make it a full video and talk about the new records I have, I'll do it. And I feel like now is a pretty good time. One thing I want to note before I start is, as I said in the last video, there are records in my collection that I haven't listened to, mostly either given to me by my grandparents or bought for me for my birthday. And I do plan on making a video where I listen to those, and which is why I still haven't done it yet because it's kind of hard to find the time to do that. Originally, my plan was actually to listen to them all on vinyl, just play them and listen to them. But doing that and making a video out of that would not be easy. I would have to find a really, I don't know, I'd have to find some way to set it up where it would work, but I don't think it would work if I'm being completely honest here. So whenever I do that, I'm probably just going to listen to them on streaming. If that's disappointing, I'm sorry, but it's actually going to be a little harder to do that now after I make this video, and you'll see why in a bit. But let's just get started. I'm going to go through them in release order, the new ones. Okay, well, I say release date. This is technically not the 2015 release because this is the 10th anniversary version. This is To Pimp a Butterfly, and this is the 10th anniversary alternate artwork, but I'm just going to put it in this spot because I don't want it to be too confusing. This is still in order by release date of the original release date. So this is 2015, even though this is 2025. And yeah, this is an alternate artwork version of To Pimp a Butterfly, and it is now the only version. It's the only version of To Pimp a Butterfly that I have. I don't have the original one. In terms of the record itself, I believe it is, yep, it is this interesting silver like splatter thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. And I've thought about also getting the original TPAB vinyl just to, have it. But I don't know. I feel like this is almost cooler. Like it's less it's gonna be less like antique or whatever, but I don't know. I think it's cool to have. Up next, we actually got another 10th anniversary pressing. This is Cherry Bomb. I don't believe there was an original vinyl pressing for Cherry Bomb, so this 10th anniversary is like the original pressing in a way. This one actually comes with this little booklet here that I believe has like all the different album covers for Cherry Bomb. A little bit of info about it. Pretty cool. And the vinyl itself is, I believe, blue. Yep, it's blue, and I think it's translucent. Kinda. Up next is 21 Pilots, Blurry Face. The first 21 Pilots album I listened to, and probably actually my least favorite out of the ones I've listened to. But I don't think it's bad. I just think there are more skips on this than most other 21 Pilots albums. And this vinyl is actually pretty cool. The front cover doesn't even include the little circles. Those are actually created by these two little sheets behind it, and they each have their own little graphic on there. I think that's pretty cool. It's like a mix of things that creates its own thing. I think that's pretty cool. And the vinyl itself on these is this red. I don't even know how to describe this one, honestly. Like if you look at it from a certain angle, it's like almost orange in some spots. I don't know. It's an interesting one for sure. Up next, we got When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish. I like this one quite a bit. The vinyl for this one is supposedly glow in the dark. I haven't tested it, and I don't really have a way of testing it because this room just doesn't get dark enough. Ooh. Call Me If You Get Lost. Despite the cover, this is the original Call Me If You Get Lost, not the estate sale. This is just the original Call Me If You Get Lost vinyl release, and it was released under or with this cover. If you look inside, actually, it has the original cover in there. I believe this is just a standard, this is just a standard black vinyl. Nothing interesting with that. But I finally have this one. It took way longer to get this than you would think. It's surprisingly not in places like Target and Walmart very often, even though Igor and Flower Boy, they love those. Next, we got SOS by SZA. And I've always been interested at this vinyl album cover because it's different from the one on streaming. It's more zoomed in. I always wondered if there was anything special about this record, but no. You get one of these, a lyric sheet. No, actually, I don't think there are any lyrics on this, and I'm pretty sure this is also just a standard black vinyl. But I like this album too, so good one to have in my collection. I feel like. Oh yeah, if you saw my Kendrick Lamar concert or Grand National Tour, I guess I should say, video, then you'll know what this one is. This is GNX, and this is the tour exclusive Mustard vinyl. It turns out it's probably not as tour exclusive as I thought it was. I think you can still get it on the website, but it's probably not going to be sold ever again. So that's nice. I just kind of thought it would be actually tour exclusive, like you had to be there, but it's good enough. And I'm still glad to have that album in my collection because I really like it. Don't Tap the Glass. This is the test pressing. I don't think this is actually being sold anymore. I think this is done. It's just in this like plastic package here, clear, and that's like all it is. I've never seen a clear record before, but it's not surprising that, you know, they're made. But yeah, I was a little worried about putting this one on my little display thing I had them on last time, but I have a box for them now, so I'm not as worried. But yeah, Don't Tap the Glass. Finally, we got a pretty new release. This is Breach by 21 Pilots, and I loved this thing so much the second I heard it that I pretty much instantly went to Target and got the vinyl. I love this thing so much. This is my favorite from 21 Pilots easily. This is a lyric sheet. This one's got lyrics on it. And the record itself is it's like I don't know how to describe that. It's like a crimson and black it's not a splatter. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's cool. Now, before today, that would have been all the updates, but I'm sure you've seen that sitting in the background this whole video, and you're curious what I meant at the beginning when I said the whole listening to the things I haven't listened to yet is going to get harder. So let me explain. First things first, I'm going to actually open the 2 records that I got today. I got these from Record Archive, a record store in Rochester. I think it's actually pretty well known by vinyl enthusiasts, but it was the first time I've actually really been to a real record store, so I decided to spend a little bit of money. First things first, I got Trench. This one I think opens up. Yep, we got. Oh, there's even messages from Tyler and Josh. That's cool. And I don't think this is anything special. I think it would have said at the this is just a regular vinyl, but I've wanted this one in my collection for a little while. Big fan of Trench, and I'm glad to have it. So that's another new one. And the other one I bought is After Hours. Another one I've wanted in my collection for quite a while, and I have been patiently waiting for a chance to get it, even though I could have gotten online. I didn't want to do that because that felt wrong. But yep, this is After Hours. Whoa. And I think this one is also just a standard black vinyl. But I really like this album too. So I wanted this one on vinyl, and I actually could have gotten Hurry Up Tomorrow, which I actually like more than After Hours, but it was pretty expensive. And this one is one I think I would find myself listening to this one on vinyl more than Hurry Up Tomorrow. Now, one cool thing about Record Archive is they have mystery bags. They have DVD, CD, and vinyl mystery bags where you pay $5 and you get 5 completely random ones. This could be 5 albums I already have, 5 things I've never heard of. Like, it could be so many different things in this bag. Now, chances are it's going to be stuff I've never heard of. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be harder to make that video where I listen to all the stuff I haven't listened to in my collection. But I really just wanted to try getting one of these. I wanted to see what I could get, what I could add to my collection. Maybe I'll find something I'll end up loving. Who knows? So I decided to get one, decided to get a vinyl mystery bag. Let's see what I got. Oh, this one actually looks... Is this new? No, it's not. So this is a value one, apparently. This is Switched On Classics. I have not. Oh, the Neon Philharmonic Orchestra. This is, oh, it's an orchestra compilation, I think. That's kind of cool. That's actually really interesting. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I like the idea of this. Not something I think I would find myself actively listening to very often, but maybe, you know, in certain situations. A little hard to get back in the thing though. That's kind of cool. I'm good with that. 50 years of hits in stereo. 1965. Celebrating 50 years of stereo. So all the way back to the 1910s? I don't recognize any of these names, any of these songs. The best of salsa disco, as performed by the Salsa 78 Orchestra. Yeah, I don't see myself listening to this. The best of salsa disco. Probably not going to listen to this really, but I'll listen to it once. I haven't, you know, I'm not gonna completely rule out listening to some salsa music, you know. Oh, there's more than 5. Oh my god, there's 7. There's 7 in here. Okay. Ruby and the Romantics making out. There's no year on this, so I don't know what this is. Ruby and the Romantics making out. Active from 1961. I can't find a release year of this. Oh, 1977. 1977. I don't even know what's the genre? R&B? Might be good to listen to. History of what? History of Stan Getz. I have no idea who that is, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that these are all like older ones, because I would assume that it's things that, you know, aren't of too much value to them, and so they're not like old antique records. They're just old records that aren't really worth a whole lot. But that's something I'll have to look up. Actually, let me look that up right now. Who is Stan Getz? An American jazz saxophonist. Okay. So it's probably going to be mostly jazz. True Love Songs of Our Time. Is this another like compilation album with just a bunch of, yeah, just a bunch of random things? I don't recognize any of the names on this either. There's a lot of artist names on here that I recognize none of them. So this is actually probably multiple different genres. What? Pops Goes Christmas? What the hell? Arthur Fielder / Boston Pops. These are covers of traditional Christmas carols. I mean, I know the songs on here at least. I can tell you that. What? What year is this? 1972. Yeah, so none of these are anywhere close to recent, but that's not too surprising to me. What is surprising to me is that I got 7? I thought I would get 5. But hey, I figured it'd be an interesting thing to do. So yeah, 7 records from seems like mostly the 70s and 2 new ones. Yeah, that's the update to my vinyl collection for now. I've gone from having, I think I had like 14 or 16 or something like that, 36, 35, 36. In the first year of me having this collection, I feel like that's not bad, even though, you know, if it was only stuff I had listened to, it would be probably half that. But I will continue to get these. I'll continue to get ones I know. I'll continue to get ones I don't. I may or may not make that video where I listen to all the stuff I haven't listened to. I'll try to at least do the albums where it's like I should have listened to them like at some point in my life, like the Nirvana, the Pink Floyd, things like that. I'll definitely do those. I don't know if I'll do all of them, because that's a lot of music to listen to, especially with these editions here. 12 or 13 albums I'd need to listen to. I'm working on also making what I was talking about in the last video, you know, my opinions, things like that. I'm working on, you know, getting a format ready to share my opinions on some things. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a video on that sometime soon. But for now, I'm going to end the video here. So a few more things I learned after ending the video. One, this one right here is not from the 70s. This is from the 50s. This was released in 1957. True Love Songs of Our Time in 1957. That's very interesting. Also, this record right here, the reason it doesn't have a gatefold packaging is because this is disc 4 of this 50 years of hits in stereo record. I don't know how many discs there are exactly, but I know that this isn't it because I looked it up, and yeah, there are a lot more than like 10 songs on this 50 years of hits record. In my opinion, I feel like if you're gonna sell me one of these, you should sell me all of them, but it came in a mystery bag, so I guess I can't be too upset. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you in the next vinyl collection update in probably a few months because Christmas is coming up and I still have quite a bit of a fixation on these. So uh, yeah, I'll probably get some by Christmas. I will see you in the next video. Bye.